This is gonna go flat. Cool. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to the videos. It is wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today we are going to do some work on Dazza. I've been a bit busy trying to get some stuff done on him. Particularly a nice little upgrade for him. So I'll give you guys a second to see if you can figure out what's changed. Something that I've needed to do for a while that I should have just done to start with. But yeah, for those keen-eyed of you, he's now got some coils over there, not there anymore, and there's no more airflow meter. So I'm piggybacking on a ECU for him. Being 4L60, still needs the stock ECU controlled, so just when you thought one ECU made a mess of wiring, well, now there's two. I still got to tidy this up a lot. But yeah, I'm tired of the stock ECU on this bloody thing, so I'm piggybacking on the old ECU Master EMU that I had on Ethel. It's still got Ethel's tune in it, so I'm going to have to go through and reprogram a bit of that. Just recalibrate the map because it's still set for 4-bar absolute, and well, I don't need 3-bar boost in this thing. A few of the IOs different, things like that, so I'll go through and change all that out. But yeah, I gone and decided to put an aftermarket ECU on it because it is the best fucking thing you can do for a turbo engine, full stop. Yes, you can make the standard one work, but why? I don't see the sense in it or the point in it, especially when these ECU Masters, I'm not sponsored by them, I just really like their products, especially for the price point. But they are the best bang for buck entry-level ECU on the market, short of the Mega Squirt or the Micro Squirt. I'm not sure which is which. But they got pretty good customer support and packed full of features for the price. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, I just use their products a lot. That car's going to get one, this car's going to get one, that was going to get one until I changed my mind and decided to go full body control. I have another car that's going to get one. Actually, I've got another 2 cars that's going to get one. So yeah, I just like their stuff and what they're doing. Anyway, guys, if you're going to turbo your car, I've said it before, #1 mod should be an aftermarket ECU. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and I'm not going to go into that now. Oh, excuse me. But they're worth every cent. Anyway, so that being said, I've spent the time, deleted the MAF, welded in a piece of pipe, and I put a silicone joiner down there just for ease of removal and installation. We have got 6 Aeroflow LS 2-7 coils, stock ignition leads. I deleted the DFI, so I spent a few hours stuffing around with wiring, deleting DFI. I've gone and pinned a 2-wire plug here for boost control. When the time comes, I'm just going to leave the T on it for now. I put an IAT sensor in under the intercooler piping there, and then I had to wire in all the 6 coils. So now we've got sequential ignition and sequential injection. We had sequential injection before, but now we've got sequential ignition instead of wasted spark. Makes 2/5 of fuck all difference, but it's nice to have it. And we've got high energy LS coils, so we'll keep all the sparkulators sparking when it's got all that boost crammed through it. So I did try and start it up yesterday, and it was having a bit of an issue where it would just start and stall. I think I might have pinned my idle air control valve wrong, so I may have to address that. But that shouldn't stop it from starting and running, and at the moment it doesn't run, it just stalls out. So I have a funny feeling it's because I haven't put a wideband O2 sensor in it. So that's going to be my job for this morning. I'm going to remove one of those stock O2 sensors. I was going to remove both of them and block off the spare port, but I'm just going to remove one. I'll leave the other one in there, and I'll put a wideband O2 sensor in it, and I will wire that down into the ECU, so then the ECU can see what the engine is doing and go from there. And hopefully I can maybe let it do a bit of closed loop learning and figure itself out. But anyway, that's going to be my job for now. So I'm going to go and I'll set the camera up. I've already gone and got my wideband pinned to a 6-pin Deutsch, wherever I put it. Okay, I did have a wideband pinned to a 6-pin Deutsch somewhere. So I'll go and find that, and then I've got 5 wires I've got to add into this mess for that. So I will unplug both of the ECUs, and I'll wire up the wideband. We'll install it in the car, and then we'll get the laptop going, which I accidentally left outside, so good job me. We'll get it fired up and we'll start recalibrating the map, turning off a lot of the IO, things like that, stuff I'm not using in this setup, and I'll try and get it running. Anyway, I'll get the other camera set up, and we'll get into wiring up this and fitting this wideband. Hello everyone, it is the next day. It's done. I was having some issues as you may or may not have seen. Yeah, he was being tricky and he didn't want to stay running, and yeah, long story short, I've sorted it out. The wideband didn't want to work. I think the sensor may be dead, so I'll have to get a new sensor. So I'll probably have to get a new sensor. I just fed the 0 to 5 output from my gauge over to the ECU, and I've gone and tidied up in the footwell, and I've been out working on the tune. I still need to go and verify it quickly, so I figured I'd do that. Take you guys for a quick drive. Again, no stupid nonsense on the street. But yeah, I'll show you guys. This is up, running and driving and shifting and doing all the automatic stuff with the stock ECU, and the aftermarket ECU does all the rest of it. I did put a button in there, the party button. I'll give you guys a quick little demo of that when I'm out. But yeah, he's back, he's up and running and driving again and burning through all the ethanols. So yeah, that's good. We'll start to lean on him and cranking up soon, but for now I'm just happy that he is back up and running again. Then I'll try and get a proper tune on him, and then we'll go back to the track. 2 or 3 weeks, I think there's a test and tune, so I'll try and aim for that. But anyway, yeah, like I said, for now he's doing the runny drivey stuff and everything that he needed to. He's got 2200cc injectors and LS coils and all the stuff he needs. He does need some better tires though. These are pretty shagged, but they're better than the ones that were on, surprisingly. Anyway, let's go for a quick drive and then I'll finish off this video. Don't know if I've showed you guys what he sounds like with his new Pulsar turbo. Definitely doses cooler. well, there we go. That's where I'm going to end it in this video. I was just going through some of the tune file. Still got a lot of work to do with it, especially idle, things like idle motor, cold start, things of that nature. But for the most part, he's running and driving again, so I'm happy with that. I'll do all that sort of stuff another day when I get a spare moment, but for now I can still race around and get parts and go and do some shenanigans. I've got to get him back out to the track at some point, and I'd like to try and put him on a dyno and put a proper tune on him and see what sort of power he's making, either before we head to the track or after. See what happens. But yeah, I'm happy with the way things are going with it. I'm gonna have a bit of a hunt around and see if I can find out what that burning smell is. It smells like melting plastic. I've probably gone and left something down resting on the header somewhere, zip tie or something, I don't know. I'll have a look and see what I can find and cross that bridge when I get to it. But other than that, he is back as a savage. He's got the poppy bangy button. Yeah, you know, all the benefits of an aftermarket ECU. Onboard map sensor, no more wideband, sequential ignition, sequential injection, which we already had anyway. Now I can do nitrous control, two-step, anti-lag. I can set up safeties, all that good stuff. Excuse me, I haven't got any safeties on it set up yet, but again, I will go over and do that. I've gone up the RPM. I still need to go through the stock tune file and dial in those shift points. So I'll do that as well at some point. I don't know, whenever I get a spare moment. There's not really many of those at the moment. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, I wanted to give an update on Ethel's engine. I installed the camshaft and dialed that in, so that's all degreed in and ready to go. Double row timing chain is on it with new cam bolt, cam retaining bolt, I should say. I got a timing cover there. I cleaned up, painted, and fitted a new set of oil pump gears and machined oil pump cover. New front main seal. So yeah, that is almost ready to go. I've got to try and find a backing plate somewhere and clean one of them up. I've got a fresh gasket there to put on that, and then I can install that. Once I do that, I will also then be able to install the sump, and that will be the short block all ready to go. And then yeah, once the heads arrive, we can do lifters, cylinder heads, push rods, rocker geometry, rocker covers, and then we can put it back in the car and start wiring it up. So I'm really excited for that. That'll all be coming in a future video. Anyway, that's going to be it from me today in this video. Like I said, guys, if you're doing anything boosted on an engine, be it turbo, supercharged, anything, I can't recommend or stress enough the importance of a proper ECU on it. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Thank you all again for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.